Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Water.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning, right?
I am John Palacio.
And I'm April Martinez.
And thank you for joining us this morning.
Lovely
it's a
morning.
Beautiful one. You feel it with us?
It's Christmas.
Yeah, you feel
I'm
Christmas
excited.
at you?
I'm excited.
I've spoken to a lot of my folks in the US and they're like, right now, November 3rd, November 10th, and it's 75 degrees, and like, but this is not normal.
Yeah, well.
And here, while it's November 10th,
11,
and you're feeling at 70 degrees, you're like, this is not normal.
But they feel nice.
But it feels good. It feels good.
It
and
does.
that's primary for us. It feels very good. We trust that everything is great with you. We know that some things are tough, but again, within those, that's where you find that fine line that you really need in life.
But I mean, speaking of just the fact that it's a different change of weather, it's feeling cool, you're getting that Christmas vibe in a normal. Yeah. That is all due to climate change.
Exactly what we feel is the hot topic at this particular point. Every morning, what we do is that we share with you what's buzzing. And what's buzzing for us at this point is the fact that climate change is actually upon us.
Yes, it is.
And we've got a group or a team that are in Egypt.
Sharm el Sheikh.
Egypt. Right?
Sharm el Sheikh.
So they're in that African nation, and we'll be chit-chatting with Dwayne in just a few. It's Dwayne and Kenroy Michael who are there. Took that ride.
Yeah, you just said drive?
Took that ride all the way to Egypt. I mean, how much plane must they have to catch to get there?
That is a lot of connected flights, and I think it's about almost 12 to 13 hours of traveling.
Man, I tell you what, I drive home for 10 minutes and I'm like,
you're tired.
Get home. But that's the way it is. You know, April, over this hurricane season, we've seen that. As a matter of fact, as the years go by, we're actually seeing the effects of climate change.
Yes, we are.
And people need to understand that it is real. There's some folks who might tell you that this have been happening for donkey's years.
Yeah.
You know, but even so, we're actually seeing the effects as we speak. We're talking erosion. We're talking how tough storms are at this particular point. The drought. We're talking, rainy season and how tough that is as well. I mean, all of these things play a role in climate change.
It changes the way we have been, that relationship that we have with our environment and the weather for the past years that are going. You know, now it's no longer it's as simple as saying June to November, the hurricane season, because now that we're seeing hurricanes are frequently more in May, and then they're frequently happening in November. You might have to extend that season at some point. You know, it's cooler in certain parts of the world. It's warmer. There was a heat wave in Europe over the summer, you know, and there's certain parts of the north that are facing hurricanes, and hurricanes only happen in the places that are hot with warm weather, and the further up north it's going, that is telling you that it's getting warmer, more up north
elsewhere,
and that is changing.
And of course we see ice melting in those areas of the world where it's predominantly ice. But nonetheless, we've got Dwayne. He's in Sharm el Sheikh, all the way in Egypt. It is for COP 2022. 2020.
COP 27 for 2022.
For 2022. Yes. Thank you so very much for the correction there. But Dwayne is all the way there, along with our cameraman, Kenroy Michael. And let's join Dwayne. Dwayne, good morning from beautiful
Dwayne.
Belize.
Egypt, guys, the UN conference of parties is on the way. Well, it has been since last week, and the discussions, the negotiations are raging on. We're here, day 2 on the ground here in this Egyptian city, and I can tell you guys that the discussions have been intense, leading up to, of course, the political leaders who will then come here to this city to make some final determinations next week. Earlier today, though, I had the privilege of sitting down with Belize's lead negotiator, UN Ambassador Carlos Fuller, who really spoke to us completely about what is expected here at COP27, the 27th edition of this conference here in Sham. He spoke about this so-called implementation COP.
Dubbed as the implementation COP because we finished the last major agreement, which was the Paris Agreement. And we know it was supposed to start to be implemented in 2020. But of course, with the COVID, that everything shut down, and our next meeting did not occur until Glasgow last year. So this is where we're now into the phase of implementing the Paris Agreement. But of course, that still means also establishing the work programs to get things going. So at this COP, we're looking at, for example, at a mitigation work program. That is, how do we ramp up ambition to ensure that we get on the 1.5 degree track? We are not on it yet, and we only have this critical decade, the 2020s up to 2030, to put us on the 1.5 degree track. So in fact, I was given the privilege of actually chairing that contact group, which will be coming up with this work program. So we are working on that all this week, and I have to prepare a final draft this evening, which will then be presented to the parties tomorrow to be submitted to the COP presidency to be adopted next week. So that is going to be an important thing, because for us, 1.5 is survival for us. Absolutely.
Will we be able to get, there are some who feel that we won't be able to get that 1.5.
Yeah, absolutely. There are those who say that, and that is why we have come up with the next hook onto it. Loss and damage. If we don't get 1.5, indeed, we'll be having more loss and damage. And so we said, if we can't do it, let's establish a financing facility to provide the resources in the event we don't get 1.5, we'll be suffering loss and damage, then help us then in that regard. So you can either give us the 1.5 or give us the big money.
Are we getting headway or making headway with the COP? Because there are people who feel that, you know what, it still continues to be a talk shop. There's nothing that has changed.
Well, absolutely. We have to continue talking. And you're quite right that with the 1.5 financing facility, we had to fight to put it on the agenda. And that fight led to negotiations on the day before the COP opened until 1 o'clock in the morning. We had to continue at 9 a.m. the following morning, Sunday morning, to actually get it on the agenda. But we got it on the agenda, so we are now talking. And I want to use a phrase that is very common in Belize, right? Stubborn picnic. And what do you do with stubborn picnic? You can't throw them out of the house. You just have to work with them so that at the end of the day, they will understand why it is you have to go to school, why it is you can't be running around like that, why you can't be hanging around that group. Stubborn picnic, hard is, but you have to continue working on them. You cannot give up.
Sir, you know, just recently we've been seeing more and more hurricanes battering the Caribbean. We've even seen hurricanes battering the U.S. itself. How do we then tell a country like the U.S., hey, we need you to pump money into these small island development states who have been affected? The effects of climate change was not their fault, but yet they have something there that they need to, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. No, we continue to press on the issue of historical responsibility. Yes, they got their development through the use of fossil fuels, and so they created the problem, maybe inadvertently at the beginning, but since 1992, when they had the convention established in Rio, then they knew better then. So, and in fact, the agreement in Rio in 1992 was that by the year 2000, their levels of emissions would go back to 1990 levels. In fact, it has continued to skyrocket. So they have not lived up to their obligations, and we take them to task on that issue. And we also try to remind them, if you don't address the issue now, you're seeing what happened in North Africa with all the refugees going northwards. You're now seeing it in Central America, all the refugees going northward. They will feel the impact either directly Well, both directly because of the forest fires, the hurricanes, the flooding, and so on, and indirectly as refugees start to flood their borders because even more worse impacts in our area.
Sir, just in general, in terms of being at these events, because you've been here representing as lead negotiator for some time now, what's your take on these COPs and the impact that it has for countries to have a space so that they can voice their opinion?
Well, absolutely. It is critical, both as a platform where all the countries are equal, speak to each other, negotiating in groups. So it brings that solidarity of South-South, islands coming together and so on. So that is great. But if you notice, this hub that began, when I recall, in 1992 up to about 2009, there were brought between 5,000 and to 9,000 people. This year, 65,000 people registered for the COP. So it is the fulcrum. It is what brings everybody together to discuss what is actually occurring on the ground. So all these pavilions that you see here are people showing this is our vulnerability, but these are also solutions that we have identified. So it brings that together. It brings this massive crowd together to address the issue.
Lead negotiator
Yes.
there with Dwayne Moody, talking about what we can expect from
Yes.
this entire COP27. Look, there's so many things to look forward to, and it seems that small countries will eventually soon be benefiting from this. But we still have Dwayne.
Dwayne with us.
Once again, good morning
Good
from
morning.
beautiful Belize.
Good morning.
Yes.
What time is
Yes,
it?
guys.
What time is it, Dwayne?
It's just before 3 p.m.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
good afternoon,
Good
Dwayne.
afternoon to you.
After the
Primarily-
and then
Go ahead.
go ahead, John.
No,
Go
problem.
ahead.
I wanted to know what the experience is like. There are a lot of small countries there as well who are telling these big countries, look, we're doing our part.
Yes.
You are continuing to emit. So what is that like? What's that experience like at this point?
Well, it makes the discussions inside these negotiating rooms, these meeting rooms, kind of intense. But like Ambassador Fuller said, and it does provide a space for a small country like Belize to be on the same playing field as one of those bigger countries like the US or China. And so there's no, oh, I big, you small in this situation. It's,
Yeah.
you know what, I have a voice here and this is my issue that I have. What are we going to do to address it? Because now we're seeing that the impacts of climate change are affecting these bigger countries as well. Just last week, the US was battered by a storm and things like that. So we're seeing more and more where the impacts are being felt not only in small island development states like Belize, but also in these bigger countries. One of the things, too, guys, also I sat down with, I did an interview with Dr. Colin Young from 5Cs, the Climate Change Office Center in Belize. And while Mr. Fuller, Ambassador Fuller, was really diplomatic with what he was saying in terms of everybody coming together to have a collective effort to dealing with this issue of climate change, he basically took a different stance, saying that, you know what, it's been 27 years of talking and decisions coming out of COP26 and other things, and they're not meeting the needs of the region.
Yeah.
CARICOM itself is 35 million people. Their dreams and aspirations are at risk. And that is the Caribbean alone. And we have been feeling the impact. Just a few years ago, Antigua and Barbuda was wiped off, basically in terms of all its structures were wiped off by a hurricane. And we saw the impacts to Belize just last week with Hurricane Lisa. And so I have an interview with him that we're going to share right now. He is saying, you know what? We have no more time for words. And we need it to be implemented now. And even with the implementation of the decisions made last year in Glasgow for COP26, we're still not going to be where we need to be. Here's that interview.
And that is why you'll find that CARICOM is still very much, along with AOSIS, pushing to make sure that the countries do more than just what they promised in Glasgow. We want them to do what they promised in Glasgow plus more. Why? Because the world has become an even more dangerous place from a climate impact point of view since 1 year ago.
Sir, what is it that we want, or what can we get, or what the region wants?
So, you know, we are still on a path where we are going to exceed 1.5 to stay alive by as early as this decade, few years from now. So while we're talking and slow walking and obfuscating, Belize was hit by a hurricane last week. Bahamas was hit by a hurricane yesterday. Floods and droughts continue to impact our region. And so we need the developed countries to undertake greater emission cuts now, here, so that we are more likely to keep 1.5 alive. That's what we want them to do. Just don't do what you say you're going to do in Glasgow, because that was not enough. We also want them to make sure that the money comes to us faster and quicker. They failed to reach the 100 billion, and they won't meet it this year either. That's absolutely unacceptable, because we're suffering from something that we did not cause. And then 3, we made a little progress at this COP. For us, it was a red line that loss and damage was included on the agenda of the COP. From 1991, CARICOM has been pushing for this agenda item to be on the COP. We finally succeeded in having an agenda item, and it feels as though it's such a big win. But the truth is that it just gives us now the room for us to talk about how we will proceed. And one of the outcomes we want from this is that there is eventually going to be a facility, a fund that is capitalized, that then can provide grants in a quick, efficient, fast way to countries who are suffering immense losses and damages from climate change.
All right, that's Dwayne Moody there.
Yeah.
You know, Dwayne, very interesting interview that you did there, and learning a lot from what's going on there. And like you rightly mentioned, this is actually, well, it started to sound like a scratch record, but these countries now are actually coming out to say this is not it. You've been saying so on and so forth. We actually need to see action at this point.
So then I guess my question, Dwayne, is what are the conversations in terms of solutioning and holding these larger countries accountable for their actions?
Well, you see, guys, the issue is that these larger countries, they are here, they're represented here at these COPs, so they understand, they recognize that, you know, climate change is an issue. They basically are owning up to the fact that, yes, they may be culpable, or they are culpable, but the problem with the COP is that whatever, and like Dr. Young said, you know, they haven't been meeting their commitments to fund, to make that $100 billion fund where smaller countries like Belize would be able to tap into for climate financing, so that we can adapt and mitigate to the impacts and the risks associated with climate change. And that is one of the issues, because while they have pledged that, yes, we are going to fund that $100 million on a yearly basis, they haven't been meeting that commitment, but we can't do anything to them for it, because that commitment is not binding.
Oh, wow.
So the rules and the agreements that have been made, they're not binding when it comes to climate financing and having those monies available for these smaller development states. No?
So then, Dwayne, where you were at COP26 last year, where they did sign agreements, they did say forth that they were going to create new indications for how they were going to finance certain smaller countries and so forth with the climate fund. To this COP27 then, for this primary focus would be then to hold those agreements to these larger countries? Would they then bind these agreements? And then I guess for Belize in itself, who are the delegates that are making sure that our voices are being heard in the table where those agreements are being signed?
Well, basically, what has happened so far is that the commitments that were made back last year in Glasgow for that declaration that was signed, it was with an effort to ensure that, we put in place all the things that are needed to ensure that we can get to that 1.5 degrees by 2050. The issue is that on the track that we are right now, we are going to surpass that 1.5 degrees. And so they're saying that, and the UN representative, Mr. Fuller, said that, we can do it if the changes are made now. And hence, that's the reason why this COP here in Sharm el Sheikh, they're saying that, it's an implementation COP. Whether that is going to happen, it's still to be seen. Yeah. But what we do know is that Belize has its representation here. It has a number of negotiators, some young people that are at every single one of these meetings as it relates to Belize, or where there's an interest from Belize. Yeah. So we have persons there that they're looking at gender outside of man and woman, and looking at people in general, indigenous people, all of that, and how they have been affected by climate change. We have a Belizean negotiator that is also a coordinator for transparency with AOSIS, which is a big move that has been made, where Belizeans are on these boards, are heading these committees and guiding the conversation that is taking place. So essentially what has happened between last year and this year is that last year Belize made a strong representation, and it was able to secure some of these seats where it has a bigger voice, and it's not only talking for Belize, but for regional bodies like AOSIS and the SEDS, right? I have one other thing that is also happening here, though. Today, the tone was really surrounding carbon credits. This is something that Belize has a lot of, because of the efforts that we put in place for the preservation and conservation of our forests, be that mangrove or what have you, even our seagrass. And so that is an issue that is being talked about for the most part today. From everything, from the sale of carbon credits, the estimations, as well as how the mechanisms that would be in place to deal with that. Now, all of this falls under Article 6 that deals with climate finance and all of that, which came out of the Paris Agreement and was finalized basically last year. But they're trying to finalize all these the little details. We actually spoke with Dr. Lennox Gladden. He's the National Climate Change Officer in Belize, and he gives us a little insight on the whole issue with with carbon credits. Let's go to that interview.
The discussions with some of the donors, some of the stakeholders, some of the various institutions is, okay, so you have carbon credits, what's your potential as a country, how can we assist you in either putting mechanisms in place or actual purchase your carbon credits. So a lot of discussions at this point is along that line.
Where is Belize, and at least if I'm not mistaken, Belize has already done the research and knows it's the carbon credits that it has available. Right?
Yeah, we've done a lot of work through the support of FCPF, the World Bank Group. So the readiness phase through the Red Plus project is completed. So we have some pre-2020 credits that we already know how much that potential is. But we also recently concluded and it's the first of its kind in the region that looks at mangrove carbon, right? So we did a national assessment that looked at mangrove carbon through the assistance of Pew. Of course, Nadia Bud back in Belize, she was very instrumental in that process. We had 14 institutions, so it was a robust collaboration and work getting done on the ground. So through that assessment, from mangrove carbon, it was between 22 and I think 25 teragrams of mangrove carbon. All right, so that is quite significant, but it is there. Now it's now to interpret that to results-based payment. We know that we're very rich in biodiversity. That is a given, and that is the branding. By looking at that branding, it is the difference between $5 per ton and $15 per ton, and even $15 per ton and 50 USD per ton. And if we have at this point the current estimation is, and this is just the recent report, in excess of 5 million, come on, that's a big difference, right? So that branding to say that, okay, we are protecting, we are managing, and we're blending between not only conservation but development. That these are things that the funders, they appreciate because they can see the connection. We're not selling just to sell sake. We're selling to help to enhance all these activities with both local and indigenous communities. So that the branding for Belize, it is really up there. And that helps to increase the price that you can get if we choose to venture into the carbon market.
Rich in the carbon market,
Yes.
so said, of course, Lennox Gladden, lead when it comes to climate change, from the Climate Change Office here in Belize. It's very significant, Dwayne, and we know that you're still there, and you can jump in any minute. It's very significant. What did you get? What did you get from that interview?
Well, basically, it's that there's a climate change legislation that they're trying to finalize, so that all stakeholders can have an idea of what the process is to enter the carbon credit market. You see, one of the interesting things that I got from Dr. Gladden is that a lot of countries, a lot of entities have been approaching Belize wanting to buy its credits. The problem is, at least the issue is that you want to get the best value for your carbon credit, right? And so they're looking at it whether they should do it on an individual basis or as a region, because there are if you go as a region, maybe you can get a better price for it, you know. And so that's one of the discussions that I had. I will have a full package on that in the news later today, where I spoke to different stakeholders from where we are in terms of having a registry in place so that it looks at not only private landowners who add to that the carbon credit in Belize, as well as areas of forests that are under protection by some kind of act. Right. So those are all the things that we're looking at, and Belize stands ready basically to go out there.
All right, Dwayne, thank you so very much. We do hope to hear from you again sometime soon. We know that a little later on we'll be hearing from you in the newscast that comes up later on at 6 o'clock this evening. Dwayne, thank you so very much. All right. You know, very interesting, April. Yeah. Very interesting, the events that's taking place there in Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt for COP 27, right?
COP 27, COP 27, 2022. And you know, when we were discussing COP right before the initial conference started this year, and the truth of the matter is that how are we at 27 years still discussing what we're going to do about it? And the truth of the matter is that yes, you have the smaller countries that have taken initiative, and I've been thinking about the reason why Belize is able to secure X amount of carbon credits, and why because we're still so green in our country. You know, 60% of our landmass is tropical forest, and it's rich in that ecological factor. Most of these larger countries are industrialized. If you think about, for example, the United States, and it's just because that's where my brain goes, in almost every single county there is a factory.
There is a factory.
That is the way that that small town is able to produce and make money for the state and for eventually for the larger country. Yeah. If you think about how much air pollution, how much gases, how much fossil fuels, how much greenhouse gases goes up into the atmosphere per every county, in that landmass alone, it's 48 states. 50. Well, it's 50 states with Hawaii, but on that landmass alone, it's 48 states. In that particular atmosphere, going up, surrounding, and taking everything up into the atmosphere and then spreading it out
Yeah.
into our region and
Into our region, because
environment.
it comes
right?
this way. Yeah.
So it begs the question, necessity for a factory in every single state.
Yeah.
Why do you need to have X amount of production in every single state like that? What can you as a larger state do to reduce those efforts? You're already a giant corporation as a country, and you run the entire world.
But it boils down now to how these folks are actually, how these countries are actually trying to sustain their people and try to, that's the danger in the conversation.
Yes.
Because it's very important that your community have something that people could actually go to make some money. We need to get to the weather, though. That much I can tell you. We need to get to the weather. We're speaking climate change, and so much is going on at this point, right? So much is going on at this point. But the effects are actually felt more so in the weather.
It is. It is, and I feel that the more we have conversations for solution based, the fact that those agreements aren't binding is a little bit alarming to me, because then there is no accountability.
All right, stick a pin right there.
Okay. Get me started.
Let's get to the weather. Of course, we need to know what the weather is going to be like for today and throughout the weekend. And here's that for you.
Good morning. It will be another fair day with sunny skies, a few cloudy spells, and little or no rainfall. Tonight, skies will be partly cloudy, and again, little or no rainfall will develop. This continues Saturday, and then an increase in moisture over the area will support a few showers along the coast Saturday night. Winds today will be light and variable, and seas will be slight. Low tides occur at 6:10 this morning and 5:14 this evening. High tides follow at 12:13 this afternoon and 11:10 tonight. Temperatures this afternoon peak at 79 Fahrenheit up in the Maya Mountains, 86 along the coast, and 89 inland. The moon sets at 8:44 this morning, and sunset is at 5:17 this evening. In the sargassum forecast, the chances of new sargassum mats affecting beaches across the country will remain low during the next few days. In the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone formation is not expected in the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, or Gulf of Mexico during the next 48 hours. And that's the latest from the Belize Weather Bureau. Do have a pleasant day.
And we're so thankful that you were able to provide us with the
recognize their
weather
voice so
update.
well. Yes.
Yeah. That's the way it is. But nonetheless, we've got a packed show for you. It is a fun Friday, and we've got some fun things to share with you, including a small business to discuss with, because it's also Small Business Fridays.
It is Small Business
We'll be kicking
Friday.
things off this morning with Hurricane Lisa.
And you.
Yeah. Hold on, man. Hold on. You see, you're dipping on my chocolate. You see what it's going on? You see? It's actually Grace and you. But, there are a lot of people who might have things left over. And why go buy something when you know that you've got things left over?
Yeah.
And it might be closer to the expiration date. And so what they'll be doing is showing us how to make some luncheon meat fajitas.
John.
What? I don't understand you, bro. Come on.
The excitement that you have for this is I feel it, I resonate with it, and you know what? I'm excited to see the recipe.
Luncheon meat fajitas. Man, I got lunch today. I can tell you that. I got lunch today.
But on our second segment, after we're done eat with luncheon meat fajitas, we're going to be working it out with some self-defense classes. We'll be talking about protecting yourself, why that is important, and of course we invited representatives from the Belize Dark Arts to show us exactly what self-defense is and how, as citizens, we can try to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Looking forward to that, definitely, because it is very important that we know how to defend ourselves in the event of anything, intruders and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's a great topic. We're looking forward to that. And we'll be ending things off, like I mentioned, it is a fun Friday. And Fun Friday is also spelled Small Business Fridays. And so we'll be tapping into Hello Body. And they'll be telling us all about their small business. I hope the massage, though. I hope that.
You don't know Hello Body?
No, I don't know.
Interesting, because I would think that Hello Body is now a much larger entity than what it used to be, and that is something to be proud of.
All right, so we've got those and more right here live on 5. We're so glad that you were able to wake up, open your eyes, and start your morning right with us. When we come back, we'll be inside the kitchen whipping up luncheon meat fajitas. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
I will be there. Thank you so much.
Why are you so excited?
Let me tell you a secret. I just got off the phone with Santa.
Hi, Santa. For Christmas, I want a pea shooter, a football. iPhone and a makeup for Christmas.
Oh, come on. 1 second.
We just learned that Santa's phone number has just been revealed. The number is 227-7132. Children all over.
I'm sorry, Dad. I shared Santa's phone number.
¿Calificas para la amnistía 2022? Esta es tu oportunidad de averiguarlo. Usted califica si es registrado como solicitante de asilo en el Departamento de Refugiados antes del 31 de marzo de 2020, residiendo en Belice antes del 31 de diciembre de 2016. ¿Tienes hijos nacidos en Belice el o antes del 31 de diciembre 2021? Completó su educación en Belice. Casado con un ciudadano de Belice por 1 año o más. Viviendo en unión libre con un ciudadano de Belice por 5 años o más. Referido por el Departamento de Servicios Humanos. Empleado remunerado en Belice durante 5 años. Para obtener más información y cómo presentar una solicitud, visita el sitio web www.immigration.gov.bz. Prepárate, el plazo de inscripción será del 2 de agosto al 30 de noviembre de 2022. Amnistía de Belice 2022. Continuemos construyendo Belice juntos.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double P-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Friday and Saturday. That's right, 2 times the P-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with P-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, P-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's, celebrating 75 years of quality and savings.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marion Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 police teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 believes on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because news is now everywhere, all the time, and so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind the scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
risk of viral illness like the flu or the coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water or with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing with a tissue. Throw away, then wash hands immediately. Avoid close contact with anyone who has the cold or flu-like symptoms. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or nearest health center and share your travel history. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
And we're inside that kitchen. Indeed. We got a taste that moves you. We're Grace, and we've got something lined up for you. And this one is going to be very, very easy. I want to say that, you know.
I walked into this kitchen.
He
said,
this is my recipe. 90 and RT, good morning, guys. It's nice to have you in.
Morning. Nice to
morning,
be here.
morning. So what are we going to do today?
Luncheon meat fajitas.
She said fancy too.
But you know, I think we're confused, Jan.
Why?
Because with Jan and I, we don't make something like this. No, we made chop suey.
Yeah, we made chop suey.
Over rice.
When we do that again?
That yes, Jan want to do it again. But we have fajitas.
And we still got it. Alright, please. We could do that.
Don't do it. No. You want pate tacos.
Sad for you. What we need for luncheon meat fajitas?
Okay, we're gonna need the chicken luncheon meat, onion, sweet pepper, cheese, with beans.
Alright, so we have all of that.
And
Our sauce. Our
tortillas.
What sauce?
Our
Hong Kong soy sauce. Alright, so that is the secret key to it.
This is some braised fish and meat sauce. Alright, so there's a lot to we're gonna be
when using regular chicken, you season it to your like, but because this already have
the salt content,
it doesn't need a whole lot of seasoning.
Alright, so first things first.
So
the oil done hot.
Yes.
Here is it. Onions. So I believe my Alright. Yeah.
Well, this one is definitely his recipe though.
That is recipe. Okay, so Nady agrees, and that's how you know.
This no. Bell peppers. Alright. Stir. The coconut oil touch it. Yes. Stir. Alright. Stir.
Why are you doing so fast?
That's great. Okay, now you get soy sauce.
How much?
Hong Kong. Just get it. Alright. Put like 3 or 4 drops. Just what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Either one.
Oh, okay, that's enough. Alright. Now stir it. Stir again. Yes. If you want to watch my
I am. So as we are making this.
That color. Yeah. You put some of the luncheon meat.
I don't believe that you recipe now. I don't believe it. Some, not all.
Yeah, put some. Because we make more later with the sweet pepper. Alright. Then we win. That's enough. That's
good.
Now you just stir it. Everything gets touched. Leave it to coconut oil and.
So you're not cooking it until it's brown or anything. You just want it to.
Because I like the veggies a little bit hard and raw.
Okay.
Who wants the luncheon meat with a bit crunchy or yes. If you want it a little bit crisp, then you can do the luncheon meat first, then add the onions and sweet pepper.
Yeah, so you got the crunch in the veggies. Yeah, I like that. Take from here.
So who make the round the world tortilla? Okay.
So John, what we will do now? We will put the beans, spread it. Yeah. Put the fire higher. So put the fire higher. So you got more heat. When you put that on it, you could put the cheese. Hold on. Bam. Alright. Yeah. Keep it hot. Keep it hot. Because what that will do now, when you put the cheese, this is what will melt it. Woo! The water running.
So enough beans?
Yeah.
For you, whatever you like.
So Nady, you're bean. I Spanish babes, we love beans. So now that you made this wonderful beans, Is that San Marcos beans?
No.
No? Oh, but you make these beans?
Yeah.
Like, you buy the beans, you make your beans, you blend it up and everything?
Yes.
Especially for us here at Channel 5. So why you love Grace? All right. So now, start.
Stir it a bit.
Ooh, look at that. You see the consistency? Oh my God.
Now you
Then
put some here for April, and then you get the cheese.
I like when you say that for April, so we don't know that the January get in.
All right.
April not like cheese, but
April don't like share.
wow,
Suficiente.
You get cheese.
All right. Make my day, John.
Make your cheese.
Sprinkle the cheese.
All right.
the heat of the luncheon meat and stuff will
Here.
cheese melt.
Leave it so the cheese come out.
Close and leave it.
Yeah, just no roll it, just close it.
Yes.
Yes, just close
Yeah.
it. Mash it.
Like a quesadilla.
Yes. Man. Check that
You
out.
can serve it with beans, luncheon meat on the side, and
everything.
cheese on top.
You prefer do it this way. All right, check that.
Yes, that's it.
Not even 10 minutes. You want garnish it?
Yeah. We are garnish, leave it.
One more plate.
One more.
Garnish, leave it. Right on the side and over the side. Bam, sit it.
Let's make one for John.
If you know you're gonna knock off that whole thing. But you know we're here dealing with this, but we're not hearing about the special that's going on. So let's talk about that. All right.
Okay, to our viewers, November and December, it's a great time for us, great time for everyone because we have a lot of promotions going on.
Yes.
For the month of November, our promotion is you purchase one Grace luncheon meat, you get a free 25-gram coconut powder. You purchase a Grace corned beef, you get a 25-gram coconut powder free. Also, we have our coconut powder, which is the 50 gram. Purchase one box of 50 gram, you get 3 sachets free.
3 sachets?
Sachets.
Sachets, right.
Yes, and then we have our coffee. You purchase any one of our Grace freeze-dried coffee, the flavor or regular, you get a free Betty condensed milk. We have our Grace mackerel and Grace sardine. Purchase any two, you get a mackerel or sardine free. You can get these countrywide. Also, you follow our Grace Beverage Center page, our Grace Kennedy page. We have an ongoing raffle for the Christmas season that has started November and will end December. We have fabulous prizes, we have grand prizes, we will have daily prizes that we'll be giving away. These prizes are appliances, big appliances, small appliances.
Yep.
Wow.
Each area in the country has a specific box. That's designated store that was shared on our Facebook. You purchase, you get your receipt, you clear off your labels.
You put it in that box?
You put it in that box.
And that's how you are able to win. Drawing time will be when?
December 16th.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
All right. So around December 16th, just before Christmas.
Before that, we'll have daily giveaways as well. Like I said, it's appliances, big appliances, small appliances.
And I imagine, of course, when Grace comes, we'll be also having giveaways during that time.
All right.
Exciting.
So that's the way it is.
One more time for our viewers, the ingredients and for your recipe, R2.
Grace chicken luncheon meat, our Hong Kong soy sauce, onion, sweet pepper, cheese,
coconut oil.
Just like that. Easy, easy, easy.
Easy, easy.
All right, I love it. That was a very quick recipe, and you could actually do this at home. You could get the kids to do it as well, because it's a fun dish to make. All right. All right, so thank you guys so very much. Make sure that you're going out to our page and you check this out, just in case you missed the recipe. Right, Artisan? You can rewatch again anytime, right on our Facebook page.
And of course, you want to head on to Grace's Facebook page for their seasonal giveaways that are coming up very, very soon.
All right. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, self-defense is very important. There's so many things going on. Can you defend yourself? This is a great way for you to learn how to do it. Right here live on 5 when we come back. Stay with us.
teams at BEL continue to serve you as our communities rebound from the impacts of Hurricane Lisa. We stand strong and resilient, determined to restore service to all our customers. We thank all of our affected customers for your patience and understanding during our recovery from Hurricane Lisa. BEL, we continue to serve you.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind the scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
Reduce your risk of viral illness like the flu or the coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water or with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing with a tissue. Throw away, then wash hands immediately. Avoid close contact with anyone who has the cold or flu-like symptoms. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or nearest health center and share your travel history. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, and we're moving now into our second segment. Yeah, we know time is flying by, but that's just the way it is. Today, or right now, it's all about self-defense, April. What do you feel? How do you feel?
I think that this is one of these classes that are super important.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it particularly for women.
Yeah.
Because we do suffer from being harassed on the street.
Yeah.
Being touched on the street.
Indeed.
And we want to be able to live in a society where you touch me, I could spar you.
I'm able to do something about it. And so what we did is that we went out and we reached out to none other than Ben Chubb. That's Ben right there.
Hi, Ben.
And he is one of the instructors at Dark Art Academy.
Belize
Dark Art Academy. That's right. Ben, good morning, man.
Good morning,
Ben. And welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I tell you what, it's nice to have you. The importance now of self-defense. There are a lot of people who don't know what to do. Or, when it comes down to that, they're being attacked. It's automatic adrenaline. So let's talk about let's talk about self-defense and the importance of it.
Well, you have to understand a couple of things when it comes to defense. Defense pretty much equals your safety, and you, all three of us, that gentleman over there, some granny in a Toledo with a McTortillas right now, someone in Carzal right now watching this, all of us have the same responsibilities, and one of them includes safety, right? It's just akin to like studying for a test, or for example, the same talk show host, right? You guys had to meet certain qualifications to get that host job, right? And for you to get those qualifications, you had to train for it, study for it, get it, right? It's the same concept that applies to like self-defense. If you don't train for it, when you're, and this is just a rule of thumb, when you're put in situations where you have to defend yourself, where you're put in stressful situations, you will always fall back on the level of training you have. So if you don't have any training, then, I mean, you get what it does get, right? But as well, I know, especially in our culture, especially in Belizean culture, we have this thing, oh, I don't know karate, but I know crazy, and you see, you have people just wilding out, right? But self-defense is not just wilding out or giving into your emotions and being physically reactive to it. To be quite fair, self-defense is more on the idea of you yourself as a person is worth defending. And once you draw the line in the sand, whoever crosses that line, well, you just have to defend yourself, right? And again, your safety is your responsibility, so you will have to stop when you feel safe, right? I'll tell you something. I usually tell my students the same thing that my mom taught me, right? You speak once to people and twice to animals, right? So especially with the rising trend of crime. I mean, although the stories were fake, the idea that kidnapping can start in Belize is a very scary incident. Because as well, why I push on the idea of safety being an individual responsibility. I mean, here's a global statistic, right? It takes 10 minutes for any police personnel to get to a specific spot. But historically in Belize, you call the police, you end up either they get hang up or they come like a whole 2 hours afterwards. You know, you don't want to put your safety in the hands of someone else who's you don't trust, they're not in shape to defend you or themselves, or they might take forever, and by the time you come, you're already dead.
So what you're trying to say is, in terms of self-defense, it is placed on the responsibility of the person to know and understand, so that if you are ever in a bad position, you can hold your own. So then, Ben, what are you going to instruct us with this morning?
Okay, so I'll be very direct and very blunt. Belize Dark Arts Academy is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu academy. And one of the facets that we train people is self-defense, right? The reason for that is, logically, when it comes to like martial arts, I mean, I put it like this. If me and him were to get into a sparring match, right? Like punching. I punch him, he could easily say, oh, well, you don't punch hard, you punch like a gal, and so on, right? But for you, if you and me were to spar, there's no way you could match
your
energy or the same level of strength, right? So where I'm going with this is, it has nothing to do with, and I know this to be true in Belize quite a lot, is the fact that you think you're buff and you're untouchable. But quite frankly, it has nothing to do with it. It has all to do with logic and technique, right? Because again, when you give into your emotions, especially in high stressful situations, you're always going to have a bad day. You know, and once you approach those situations with a form of logical thinking, you're always going to come out on top. Right?
All right.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. Primarily, if you like, because we're talking about self-defense, you might not be able to do stretches before you go. But it's always wise that as you wake or before you move, you always do some stretching.
Agreed. You should stretch. I usually advise my students to stretch 10 minutes before they sleep, and as they get up, 10 minutes after they get up, right? And also to answer that statement, although we might not have the ability to stretch before an engagement, a physical engagement, there's something called situational awareness. Situational awareness, where because your safety is your responsibility, when you're walking down the street, you're not just walking jolly straight to your destination. You're paying attention to your surroundings. You're looking around. I mean, if someone's going to hurt you, they're going to make very clear signs that they're going to hurt you. Right? So paying attention is equally just as important as, you know, being observant in certain things.
All right, let's get to it. First things first, what we do first.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna address today, and this is primarily for the ladies, is, and I'm sure we have seen a lot of homemade videos where we have a bunch of females getting to quarrel, fight, what have you, and they always end up with the famous hair pull, right? So understand that the response to this is nothing about causing the person pain, but understand that the technique, once applied properly, will end up breaking said arm, right? Because again, the techniques that we employ are nothing but either chokes or joint lock techniques, meaning we're going to break something off of you or we're going to put you to sleep.
All right, let's get to it. Let's see how it goes.
All right, so let's use you, and then we'll have you try. All right. So let's say for the sake of camera, all right, we're here. He's grabbing my hair, right? Now, I know a lot of times you might say, "Oh, I just kicked him there." But for the viewers here and for everyone here, how many times do you honestly train kicking someone in the private parts every day, every week? Right? So it's not going to happen. You'll do what you know, right? Yeah. So in this case here, all I'm doing, I'm not going to use strength. I'm just using my hips, and I'm turning, and I'm going to use, again, primarily my hips. Right? A lot has to do with hips. So paying attention to whichever hand grabs, I'm going to grab on the inside of the wrist, and I'm going to control the tricep area from right underneath the elbow as far as to the main part of the tricep.
The tricep, yes.
Yeah. So at this point, right, all I'm doing is I'm going to take a step forward, and I'm shifting my weight, so I'm looking behind. Okay. Right? So because I'm looking at you, I want to end up here when I'm finished, right? So at this point, all I'm doing is I'm going to take a step forward, and as I'm turning, my hand that's on the tricep shoots up, so I can clamp the elbow, right? Primarily, we want to control the elbow, right? Because here at this point, all I need to do is just bridge up and get your wrist to the ground.
And then that eventually,
You feel the pressure?
Yes, of course you feel the pressure.
Right? So to explain what that is, right? Because I'm sure a bunch of you guys might not, oh, he's just pulling the arm, right? Your arm is only designed to go this angle, right?
It's not designed to go this way.
And you felt the pressure of it coming
right here.
this way, right? So if the person doesn't tap, or in a situation where you're defending yourself, they don't react to this is breaking.
Yeah, that's going to break.
So I'll do it to you so you can see. So again, she's grabbing me, right? She grabs me. And you have that situation. Yes, understand, and I'll just talk about that real quick, since I'm sure some people, oh, I'll punch him in the face and so on. Yes, that's bound to happen. But if you're going to give pain, you're going to have to be able to take some pain.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm here, I'm grabbing the wrist, I'm grabbing the elbow, tricep area, and all I'm doing is I'm taking a step forward, shifting my weight, so I'm looking back, and as I'm doing this, the hand that's on the tricep area comes over, and I'm clamping. And you could even use the hand here to hold, tap, or just let me know, right?
Right.
Continue to move.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, if they don't react to that, that's going to break.
Right, yeah.
Right? So again, and notice too, right? It has nothing to do with strength, has nothing to do with physicality and so on. I just isolated a limb and I attacked it, and it's that easy.
So when you are in that situation though, and in the moment, sometimes you don't think about technique.
I agree. So this is why I talked about what I talked about first, in the sense that safety is your responsibility, right?
Okay.
If just because you guys are doing this today, I'll give you the same idea, right? Imagine you guys coming to work one day and expecting the next day you guys are a millionaire, right? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to consistently have to work on it, right? Just like with training, if you don't put in the time for training, when the time comes where where you're going to need it, you're not going to always be effective. Yes, we're showing these things in hopes that you see a different avenue of how to react to things, but generally at the end of the day, the level of training that you have will kind of determine how successful you are, right? But to say that for people that might try this like just randomly or so on, just be calm. A lot of it just relies on you being calm.
Exactly, Ben, and that's going to be my next question, because you never know when somebody is going to come up on you. You never know. That person might be behind you, be beside you and whatnot, but you must think about the technique. I always boil long back to the Bruce Lee movie. One of the things he always, never go in a fight upset. Always go calm, so you know your strategy. And that's how you're going to prevail. So how do I do I have to always be practicing so that I could be confident? What do I do in situations like that, Ben?
That depends primarily. That's a personal thing. So again, that's a question that everyone has to think about personally and really chew it over. Because for me, I'll be very blunt and very direct here. I'm an addict when it comes to trading.
Yeah,
I like what I do. So you're always going to see me on the mats, pretty much. But I do know that, how I call it, everyone has responsibilities.
Yeah.
Everyone has different things.
Yeah.
But I will tell you the same thing that I tell my students, right? Valid reasons and excuses produce the exact same results.
Yeah.
And that is nothing. You can have a valid reason not to go to training. You might have an excuse not to go to training. Both of them produce the same result, which is nothing, right?
All right, so let's produce the next result.
Yeah. The next one, right? So we're going to talk about what if, because you guys are going to do it to me, so you guys got to pay attention, right? So pretty much this is in the scenario of, like what to do if they grab you from here.
Okay.
Right? Especially with the scares that we've had, it's best to know this, right? So I'll show you the movements first, and then you guys try to, right? Because part of this requires them throwing me.
Of course, that's
and
how we learn.
if you don't know how to throw or break fall, you are going to get hurt, right? So at this point, let's say they grab you behind here. In fact, come here. They grab you here, right? The first thing is you never want to be straight. You want to bend your knees slightly, get your center of gravity a little lower than theirs. So pretty much try to aim to get your hip lower than their hip. Grab the hands by the wrist, right? You're not trying to pry off the fingers, right? Because especially if they're stronger than you, that's
you're not able to do
right?
that. Yes.
So grab the wrist, pick any side, right? Doesn't matter. It's just a personal preference. I'm going to this side. Ensure that the leg that you pick is directly in the middle. So think of the bottom line, and it's directly in there, right? So all this time, when I let go of this, this is not a long bench moment. Meaning, as I let go, I am grabbing the ankle. I'm grabbing specifically the Achilles tendon, right?
And then of course I fall.
Yes. So at this point, right, all you have to do, you can let go. When you grab the Achilles tendon like this, it's just akin to like doing a deadlift where you're coming up. Right? So you're doing this and you're coming up, right? So let's give it a try. I might have to fall with this.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Because with the look, just continue. Just continue.
Okay. So I'm here, right? And you feel me grabbing me, right?
Yeah. And so
now
pick a side.
Shift.
Let's break it down. Bend your knees slightly.
And then
shift. Shift completely. And make sure yourself is balanced.
Okay. So shift completely.
Remember,
still down.
When you let this go, grab my Achilles tendon.
Okay. So I have to be able to be lower in a position where I can grab all the way. All right. See, we don't learn these techniques in school.
That tough.
Yeah, and he taught on me.
So grab the tendon. If you grab the calf, it'll be harder, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And pull it like you mean it. Pull up like you mean it.
So if you're planted.
Go ahead.
I don't know if he dropped
and most naturally, what's going to happen there is that most naturally, once you're falling, your hands come out to try and break the fall.
Yeah, so you don't try to do this.
Well, I could have break fall, but I have this thing behind me. So
it's okay.
But to explain something real quick that she had said, did he really fall, right? Understand your knee and your elbow are the same technique that we just showed you. They're working on the same hinge joint principle, right?
Okay.
So when you pull, if I don't go with that, I'm putting a lot of pressure and stress on my knees. Yeah. So it's either stuck in a situation I need to fall or let her break my knees.
Yeah.
So we all pick the latter.
Right.
Oh
and especially you said something about, when you drop, you're going to put your hands out. That's the worst thing you'll do because you'll end up breaking your hands.
You're going to hurt your hands.
Yes.
But again, that's something that a lot of people don't know. One, and two, if you don't know how to break your fall, you're going to get hurt, right? So let's try it on you.
Okay.
So again, you're here. So bend your knees, grab the wrist, grab my wrist. Pick a side. Yes, that was it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right.
Because in that situation where the person's already let go, I would suggest that people don't be a hero in that sense.
Yeah.
If you're in danger, the person's off of you, move. Get away. Right?
Not try to stay. Okay. And
so that's number 2.
That's number 2.
So the third one is a very common one, right? So I'm sure we've all seen situations. I need to lie down with this.
Sure. Just go ahead. Yes.
I'm sure we've seen situations where come on top. Get on top. No, like completely get over me.
Okay.
Sit on top of me.
Sit by up.
Yeah.
On your stomach.
No. Like, mount me.
What do you mean by mount?
Get out, John.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, this, right? I'm sure we've seen situations where someone's on the ground and then you have someone like they're wailing on you and all that jazz, right? I'm sure we've seen this quite often, right? So where I'm going with this is how to get him off of me, right? Because just getting up, understand, right? A lot of you might say, just get up, guys.
Yeah.
I can't just get up
like
because
that. Yeah.
Because you're down.
Gravity and her weight and gravity acting on her weight is what's keeping her
on top
of me, right? So we have to break that, right? So this requires a lot of leg movements, arm movements, and hip movements, right? So the move that we're going to employ is something called a trap and roll, right? So if you trap one side, like let's say you trap one hand, chances are you're going to trap the same side leg.
Okay.
Right? So I'm here. So let's say she's like this, right? I'll need to bring her down to my level. Right? So I'm just going to hold. And watch. She just comes down, right?
Yeah.
So as she comes down, put your hands into a fist for me, please. All I'm doing is swimming, capturing one arm, trap the arm, trap the leg in line with the ankle. I'm bridging my hips up so it's like trying to reach the ceiling, and I'm rolling over the shoulder of the trap set, right? So, you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's it. I'll show it again, and then
Sure.
I'll have you guys try. So, try it on me.
Okay.
Just like.
Just so that I could see.
Yeah.
All right.
Same thing, right? They might be on top of you. They might be wailing. Understand if they're in a situation where they're wailing on you, just cover your face, right?
Yeah, primarily.
Right.
It just takes one hit on your chin and that.
Yeah, you're gone.
That's it,
Yeah.
right? So just cover your face here, time it, grab, and pull down. So he comes down, right? Nothing with strength, right? That just pull down. I just want him to shift his levels, right?
Fist. Put your hands into a fist.
Put your hands into a fist on the ground. I'm swimming out and capturing one arm by the tricep, and I'm also trapping the same side leg by the ankle. You might be wondering. You might be wondering where the free foot is.
Yeah.
The free foot comes as close to your butt, right? When you bridge up and roll over the shoulder, I get his weight off.
Yeah.
Right?
That's serious.
That's serious, yes.
To explain that, right? To explain that has nothing to do with strength. It actually has to do with your hips because watch, right? Watch how far my heels are from my hips, right?
Yeah.
When I bridge up, I don't have a lot of space.
Yeah.
The instant I bring my heels to my butt and I bridge up, see the amount of space right here.
Yeah.
Right? So why don't you guys try it?
Okay.
Let's see if
And
you
don't
have
forget this technique.
it. I'll walk you through it. So you lie down and then you get on top.
Okay. This is not going
Come a
to...
little bit more.
More this way. We're not punch for real.
No, you're not punch.
That's it.
You really want to punch me?
No. All right.
Okay, so...
So grab, come up. So you're covering your face. Right? So 1, 2, 3, come up and then hold on.
Down. And then...
Then put your hands into a fist.
Take one.
And then bridge.
Hey, she did it for her. She did it for real.
Okay, bring this heel as close to your butt. When you bridge up, wait, don't do it. When you bridge up, when you feel like he's all the way up, then you roll on your shoulder.
Okay, so he's here, I'm here.
God. There you go.
Yes!
She did it for spite and it hurt.
There you go.
Because he may want to punch me.
Alright, so I'll do it to you, so you lie down.
Okay. You can put it on the side just in case.
Yeah.
All right. And time does fly just like
Time
that.
does
Oh
fly.
my God.
But I am appreciating these lessons.
Alright, so I'm here, right?
All right.
So swim through, collect an arm.
Collect an arm. So, you just this one?
And clamp, like, to make this tighter, clamp this as close to your ribs as possible. Right? Trap this leg. Bring this heel as close to your butt. Don't trap it like that.
Okay. Bring this heel as close to.
Bridge, and then roll on that shoulder. And that's it. And that is it.
And then you could start if you want.
Yeah.
And I just run away.
All right.
All right.
So
three.
Three good techniques to defend yourself.
One where you feel like your upper body is.
Yeah. Like if they're pulling your hair, one. The submission, it's called a submission, right?
Okay.
The
This one was really tough.
Yeah,
yes.
that may hurt.
Again, if you're trying to do these things, understand these things, attack your joints.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? So if you practice it, understand, you gotta do it slow. If you're out there and you need to defend yourself, like I said, defend yourself till you feel ready that you're completely safe, right? Whatever that may be, that's on you, right?
So where can we find the Dark Arts Academy?
Belize Dark Arts Academy.
Belize Dark Arts Academy and your opening hours and so forth. Really.
Okay, well, to quickly say, the emphasis on Belize Dark Arts because we're a part of an organization, so there are other dark arts that exist out there, right?
Okay.
One. Two, we're located on St. Thomas. We teach kids, adults. We actually have a seminar coming up two Saturdays from now.
Okay.
The time for basics is Monday and Wednesdays from 6 to 8. And we have an advanced class, but you kind of have to get there. No? We also have Saturdays too that we have an open mat session, which is a mixed level situation. So you'll be able to spar with a lot of different people.
That's cool.
And when we say basics, a bunch of the same stuff that you guys learn here today, you'll end up learning there. But a lot of the stuff that you asked about confidence and practice and so on, you also learn. You
get that built
right?
while you're doing it. The more you do it, the better it is.
Exactly right. So I just want to impress before I guess we're finished. Right?
Yes.
No, we're about to finish.
I just want to say before we're finished for today, understand that self-defense is just like anything in life, right? You are what you practice, right? So if in a situation you need to defend yourself, you only do what you know, and you only do what you understand to do.
Yeah.
You know. At the end of the day, it never helps anyone to be emotional, one, and it never helps anyone not to think things through. Right. So, and of course, your safety is your responsibility. So just be aware. Just be aware of your surroundings.
Thank you, Ben.
Right, Ben.
Thank you, Ben from the
Excellent,
Belize Dark Arts Academy. I learned. I don't want to forget by the end of this thing, but I learned.
I don't know if it hurt. Just say it hurt me.
We will be right back.
When we come back, it's gonna be what? Body. What?
Hello, body.
Hello, buddy. Okay. So hello, buddy. When we come back.
Stay tuned.
Quick facts about the Port of Belize Development Project. This is the Port of Belize today. This is the transformation that the expansion project aims to deliver. The Sustainable Expansion Project has three elements: the bulk, the container, and the cruise facility. All three are necessary for Belize's shipping and cruise industry. Upgrades to the national port with newly developed sustainable bulk and cargo facilities benefit consumers and exporters. Reduced shipping costs will allow for savings to be passed on to the customers. It will also expand the export potential for Belize's manufacturers and grow the economy. This is the port today. This port could be the Port of Belize's future. The Port Development Project will prepare Belize for the future of shipping, the future of cruise tourism, and elevate surrounding communities for the future.
Hello eCash user, the eCash app is now available in Spanish. Changing the language in your eCash app from English to Spanish is quick and easy. Let me walk you through the steps. First, open your eCash app. Enter your PIN. Tap the More icon at the bottom of your screen. Choose Security. Select Language. Tap on Spanish. Then re-enter your PIN. And that's it! Your eCash app is now in Spanish, and you can continue to enjoy your eCash digital wallet. Belize Bank's eCash app makes life easier.
Our teams at BEL continue to serve you as our communities rebound from the impacts of Hurricane Lisa. We stand strong and resilient, determined to restore service to all our customers. We thank all of our affected customers for your patience and understanding during our recovery from Hurricane Lisa. BEL, we continue to serve you.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
your risk of viral illness like the flu or the coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water or with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing with a tissue. Throw away, then wash hands immediately. Avoid close contact with anyone who has the cold or flu-like symptoms. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or nearest health center and share your travel history. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Kadile sa Albert Iterlube. Ingita nomada. Naba santi golida ligabri. Asa talida l'escuela abro hatia. Afiat na lo ni la mege do. Time out. Weri hali anigi beli habusa rogrigi ya wena mohaya hagamro duniwa irahia. Baro bada. Ayano haba hama bisanigu. Demele badugunile, bide haba, lida leredoroniwa, hagamredoniwa irahia.
And we are back and moving into our last segment for this morning. It's all about small businesses and small business Fridays.
Yep.
And joining us in studio, we have the owner of Hello Body Belize, Kendra Griffith.
Good morning.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi.
We thought, when I heard Hello Body, I was like, okay, good, man. I get some massage today. We just done some fighting techniques, you know, the body needed.
Well, you won't be close there. We have the massage oils if you got somebody to give you the massage. Yes.
April, thank you, my darling. Thank you. But anyway, let's talk about the business. Let's talk about the business. Talk to us about the Hello Body. How long have you been in existence and why Hello Body?
Okay, so Hello Body is an organic and natural skincare company. We offer skincare, hair care, aromatherapy products. We've been around since 2016. It's quite some time. But with all that time, if you haven't heard about us, it's because we've been kind of moving around for some time. We went and did international expos in Taiwan. So we've been to the US, thankfully due to the US Embassy as well. We've done pop-ups here in Belize, and then now we're just growing and growing. And we've been able to do all of these things because of the support of the Belizean community. Without them, we wouldn't be here. When you think about skincare, we have it all, except sunscreen. But we make some great recommendations. But we have products for beards. We have, if you suffer from eczema, psoriasis, we have something for that. We even have it for people who have chronic headaches like myself. I created an aromatherapy roll-on where you can roll it on your temples, on your nose. I personally prefer rolling it onto a napkin and then I inhale it, and it helps relieve the tensions of the headache. So we have several. If you're suffering hair fall, we have something for you. Frizziness, we have something for you. A little bit of everything. And it started because of my skincare journey. In 2015, I developed eczema. Before that, you'd ask me what I wash my face with, and it'd be anything.
Soap, just water.
It's just that. And then 2015, I developed eczema. My skin was hypersensitive. I was losing the melanin in my skin. And it was one of the most traumatic things that I've ever experienced. And I didn't know how to go about it. I went about it, getting commercial products, and they actually did worse for my skin. It wasn't that good. So at the time, I just decided to start to do the research and create my own skincare line, and we've been growing since then.
What did you start with, the eczema?
When I first started, I started with the scrubs and the salve. And the salve, we've had this Alaska, Guatemala, we did Brazil just recently, Taiwan, Mexico. This is our eczema salve. It's baby. When I first launched it, I launched it for myself and for anyone that would have liked to purchase it. But then we realized that more and more statistically, more babies were being born with eczema. So this is the salve. So it says eczema and psoriasis. But the goal for Hello Body is that our products have multiple uses. So if you buy one product, it serves different
stuff.
So this one, if you get a small burn while you're cooking something in your kitchen, you can use it. If your child falls and scrapes their knee, you can use it. If you get insect bites, you can use it. Eczema and psoriasis, you can use it. Rosacea, you can use it. So you can take a smell.
Yeah. And after how long do you start to see the effects of it?
So when it comes to eczema and psoriasis, you're going to immediately feel relief. And then with the significant symptoms such as like scaling, the dryness, you're going to start to see a difference between 4 to 6 days. And with significant before and after, because on our social media we're always posting photos that our customers send in, and we have like these drastic before and after photos that would take about 4 to 6 weeks, for some people about 3 months.
And what's the application process like? Once every 2 hours, once every 8 hours?
No, our products are made with premium natural ingredients, so you don't ever need to be reapplying everything. Like even something as simple as our lip balms, we have, you know, you always reapply your lip balms every minute. So you can take a smell of this. If you,
and
that's our peppermint one, and this is our strawberry. You don't need to be reapplying every day. So every minute, sorry, every day.
Smells good. Yeah, smells good.
These are my favorite.
So just like with the salve, after you shower or you give your baby a bath, you apply it because at that time the moisture on the skin is being retained very well. So that's one of the best times to apply, but you don't really need to apply throughout the day unless you're having some type of flare up.
And then you've got things like beard oil and some others. Talk to us about those.
We have beard oils because we realize that there's a big beard community in Belize, and you might not think about it, but people really take great care of their beards.
But
there wasn't anyone creating any product, so I decided so I decided to give it a go. So we have our classic. This is our lavender cedar wood.
Yes, you've had to have seen these products in store.
This is
logo is very,
you
very
can take
iconic.
a smell. That's lavender cedar wood, so that's a woodsy smell.
I like the cedar wood.
So this is the beard product. And it's just like a balm, but it melts right in your fingers.
So I'm looking at the texture of your products, and I would imagine that you had to do some serious research and work and
sending samples.
Right. So then how did you get the technique just right in terms of texture?
It had to do a lot of customer feedback. Whenever my customers get back to me about anything or just sending out samples, before I officially launch a product, I send out samples, get feedback, send it out again, and then whatever is the last formula that I'm okay with, that's what I launch. And again, even when I launch that and I get feedback from my customers, I listen to them. So for example, I only had this one, but people were like, I need something like, I don't like woodsy. I want something more, make I feel nice when I step out through the day. So we created the bourbon sandalwood, and that one is amazing. It has been doing really well.
Oh, this one smells nice.
Yes. So let me smell this one too. You know, the heavy smell first.
But yeah, so even now we're talking about people who don't have beards, and usually when you shave, and especially people of color, we have coarser hair, so we know about razor bumps. We know about ingrown hairs. So I created some. I thought I was creating it for myself, and I launched this of August last year, and it blew up. This is our razor bump and ingrown hair serum. Wherever you're removing hair, whether it's waxing, shaving, depilatory creams, you apply it directly, and then as a treatment as well, whenever you have little spots and so. It soothes it and it treats it.
All right, so before you shave, after you shave?
After you shave, and then after just as any treatment. So
that is a huge difference.
I launched it for myself, and then I was like, I'm the only one going through this, and my skin is the only, like, I thought that. And then my friends were like, no, you need to. And then I actually got the recommendation from a customer in Baopan. And she was like, because I was complaining to her about my ingrown hairs. She was like, why don't you create something like you've created an extensive line, you should. And thank her to this day because of that it blew up. I ordered a few hundred bottles to like package it, and we've grown since then.
Excellent. Then I see this little guy here.
Yes.
What's that?
That's our tattoo bomb, and we created this in collaboration, like I mentioned, a lot of research. I contacted different artists that I knew about what we're missing in the market. We didn't have an aftercare product.
The Vaseline?
So, no, they're not
No, they're not
Vaseline.
Vaseline,
Vaseline made with mineral oils and usually leach out the ink from the tattoo. Or sometimes they create this scabbing. With this one, done 2-in-1. Like again, multiple use. So your artist can use this product to glide on your tattoo, reducing the inflammation, reducing the redness. It still not hurt that one tattoo.
Yeah.
It's not a numbing cream. And then you can use it to treat your healing tattoo and older tattoos so that they look nice as well.
Sweet. Yes. And then we have
There's so many products, Jai.
Yeah,
She's still not talk about her facial scrubs and all that.
Yeah.
And I really want to talk about that bamboo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So this one is a glow oil. This has been doing really well with our tourist market because you know they want to come to Belize. It's called Caribbean Glow Oil. It's gives you that bronze. You shine for photo shoots. It does really well.
Yes.
And I wanted to mention this. This is my little baby. Belize, I absolutely love Belize. I've traveled all over the world, and I think some of my friends from outside of Belize always mention like, Kendra, everything you say, carry you back to Belize. Belize this, Belize that. But I love my country, and I wanted to pay a bit of homage, so I named this Barrier Relief Eye Serum to the barrier reef. And then you can also see the textures and the color. The palette is like paying a bit of homage to our Belizean.
What does it do?
This one is when, okay, you wake up tired, you're puffy, you had a long day, you had a long night, you had a long weekend, and you have to come in to work Monday. You take a little bit, you can try it, and you can put it underneath your eye.
I bias because it's my favorite.
Yes, April recent. April recent.
Love this thing.
So you just put it on your eye?
Underneath your eye. Just pat it in.
When you look like I cry?
No.
You pat it in.
The skin absorbs it really well.
Yeah. So and you do it over as well. You could put it like, so it does the hyperpigment. It really is hyperpigmentation and puffiness. I love this thing.
Okay then.
So
when the next time you go anywhere and they say, oh, everything that you do is Belize, tell them, duh.
So paying a bit more homage to Belize, we have, for when we create Christmas kits, this is our box that we create our kits in. So we have our toucan, we have our monstera leaves, like everything about it. I try to take it back home.
Yeah.
And here we have one of my favorite recently launched products. This is our organic bamboo cotton reusable facial pads.
That's
so
awesome.
Here we go.
Awesome.
This is not only good for your pocket because it's reusable, but it's also good for the environment.
Yes.
So you see these things here. These are facial pads. You can feel them, how soft they are.
Soft. Yeah.
And then, so whenever you're removing your makeup or applying a product, you can use this.
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of people use baby wipes, use cotton pads, and you're just buying and buying and buying.
Yes.
You can use your pouch. Finish using 10, throw it in there, putting it in the washing machine, and you're good to go.
That is awesome.
So here we have again our toucan, our monstera leaf, and this is like a good stocking stuffer. If you're wondering what to get your friends and family, this is a good one.
Okay, Kendra, you talk to me about so many things, and I feel like my pocket done there. You know. So talk to us about where we can find Hello Body and prices. So I would really want to buy something like this.
Yes. So we're going to be having a flash sale this coming week, so that's a good plus. We're going to be having from 10 to 15% flash sale right before Christmas. So for those who are trying to get a lot of things on a budget, they can. But we can be found at Wings and Feathers in Baupan, at Reimer's Health Food Store in Spanish Lookout. We do delivery shipping countrywide via BPMS Tropic Air Post Office. We also do delivery in the Cayo District, or we also put certain locations and we deliver to, for example, Dangriga, Placencia. We do pop-up shops. If you follow us on social media, you can see where we're going to be. And we're going to be also having Christmas kits where you're going to be getting, like, for example, if you want a little bag filled with goodies and at a discounted price as well. So our prices vary.
I like this.
Thank you. Our prices vary from $10 $20. For example, our lip balms are $10. Our organic bamboo cottons are 20. Let me see.
Beard oil and
Beard
things like that.
oils.
Yeah.
These are 28.
Okay.
Our facial washes are 22. And the thing is like, okay, you're thinking, oh my God, I want to put 22 for a face wash. But that bottle will last you 3 months. And you're going to use it every morning and every night. You're getting a bang for your buck, but you're also getting products that work. So this is what my skincare line, I devote it to. I need to see the results. My customers need to see the results because every time I hear every story, even yesterday I was walking, getting like Christmas decorations, to do little props. And someone told me, I tried this, I tried this, I tried that. And that is what I always hear. I tried this, I spent so much money, and that was me. So I relate to that. I relate to trying everything on the market, wasting so much money, seeing little to no results. So I would never want someone to face that when they're purchasing.
You wouldn't
Hello
go into
Body.
business for such thing. But there are folks, I know about people who would say, you know what, I'm starting to grow these brown things on my skin and whatnot, on your face and whatnot. What do you use for such thing?
Great. That is, honestly, that is a question we get at every pop-up, at every pop-up and every location that we go. There's 3 different types of hyperpigmentation. There's sun exposure, there's melasma that comes with age and hormonal changes after pregnancy sometimes, and there's post-inflammatory, and these are our go-to. This is one of our best sellers. It's a rejuvenating facial serum, and it helps target any type of hyperpigmentation that you have, but also prevent it. And it pairs really well with our Glow Dust Mask, which is also made with turmeric. And both of these products together will help you combat that. This one is $40, but this little bottle that you see here will last you 9 months.
Sweet!
9 months. And this does not only help with the hyperpigmentation, but it helps with any premature wrinkles that you may have. It also helps with any breakouts that you may have as well. And it just treats and leaves the skin when you wake up. I am not exaggerating, everyone. Your skin feels soft like baby skin. Yes.
Oh
so that's the thing. Like we get photos, we get videos, we get voice notes. People talking about our products. Like, Miss, it is so nice. Like I can't believe it.
So
like,
and you have to pair these two, or
you can
her recommendation.
Our recommendation. So what we usually do is what sets us apart from most businesses is that we take the time to give you that personalized skincare routine. We talk to you, we ask you what products you're currently using, we ask you what skincare conditions you're battling, what you want to see out of your skincare routine. So your skin type, I have like a series of questions. It's like an interview, like you mentioned earlier. So it's an interview, and then I ask you all of these questions, and from that, I work with also your budget, and I create a starter skincare line. I don't overwhelm you, and it's not good to overwhelm the skin as well with so much products, but that's how I start off, and then we work, and then you normally, if consistent, you see results between 4 to 6 weeks. Before I go, I can't believe I did not talk about this.
Yes.
Our bestseller for our family products are Buzz Off insect repellents. They're 2-in-1. They're an insect repellent and a soothing spray. So this does really well with the entire family. It's baby safe, it's pet safe. But an interesting thing about this product is that if you have an ant trail running through your house or an ant nest, the way they season,
trust me.
you spray this.
That's it.
Yes, you spray it and it goes away. Yes, it's all organic oils. It goes away. I'm not exaggerating. I have videos.
I started to think something, because if you've got an ant trail and you spray that and then get on one of the ant, and that ant go back to the colony, you know how the rest are called? They were called stinker. That's what went through my mind.
Wow. Yeah, no, it goes to show that you are expanding from beyond the just the skincare. I see you say you have foot creams, foot sprays
for athletes, if you have.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
People don't like insect repellents because not only of the DEET and the bad chemicals, but also because of the smell.
Yeah, they feel like, but these don't smell like that.
These don't smell bad. So the reason this has a different, label is because we also do custom labels. So we did one for our wedding, and it says "Be smitten, not bitten," because we had an outdoor wedding.
That's so cool.
So you customize your products as well. So if you want to create like size order?
We have also resorts, boutiques that they want their specific products. So they carry our logo, but it's their blend. We send samples, what they'd like, what fragrances, what ingredients as well.
Yeah.
So because
all organic, made right here.
Yes, made in Belize by me.
So when you come, we've been talking about testing your product and retesting and making sure that you get the texture just right. You have a present for us.
Yes, I do.
I wanted to show the body butter. What is it called? Yes.
All right.
So this is something that I like from Hello Body.
Yeah.
But you say you're rebranding.
Yes, we rebranding because one of my major goals is to support my local economy.
Of course.
And we were supporting bee farm. We are supporting bee farmers, and they create our beeswax. So it's finding that final ingredient because. At first, it was just like trial. We had our product, everyone loved it, but the consistency changes, and that's something to keep in mind with organic skincare products. Is that not only skincare but hair care is texture, color, and all of these things can change because of it being organic. It's not chemically made. It's not all the same.
Yeah.
So different bees, different honey, different wax, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Different body butter.
Yeah,
that is fine.
All
but
right.
this, think about your lotion. The first ingredient you're going to see on your lotion is water. Water, because that's going to be 90% of what your lotion is. It's super watered down, but why is it water? It's because it's cheap.
Oh my God.
But
so basically this is what lotion?
Yeah, this is a lotion.
It's body butter.
It's a body butter, but it replaces your lotion. A little bit goes a long way. It's super soft. It nourishes skin. It helps with any hyperpigmentation you have on your legs, on your body. If you recall, a lot of people get ant bites or sandfly bites and they get the little spots. This is how you get rid of
it right there.
Oh, wow.
But it's also
nice,
multiple use. So it nourishes the skin, it's soft, it smells good, so you want to smell good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. It's so
soft, and a little bit goes along.
And
this
you don't need a lot, and that's the thing because I'm noticing like whoop, okay.
And the skin absorbs it really fast.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Wow. Hello Body Belize. Made in Belize by a wonderful Belizean. Guys.
I'm blown away by such thing because you never know that these things are right here at home. Made right here at home. Organically made.
This is fantastic. This is brilliant.
Stocking stuffer for this Christmas.
I can't believe, and I can't believe for the price of how much these products go. So
I tried to keep within the budget.
Within the budget, yes.
Yes.
But you know, and even so, because some folks might say, that's a small bottle, but it's $40. That thing lasts you 9 months.
9 months.
A little goes a long way.
A long way.
So Hello Body, check her out on Instagram, Facebook. You have a website. You have a website?
Yeah. No, we don't have a website as yet. We're
Okay.
just working on our e-commerce platform. But the reason, one of the main reasons is why we don't have a website is because a lot of times people would be like, I buy this because my cousin had it and it worked for she, but it not really work
So
for
you
me.
want
But then I consult with you, and the consultation is free, you know. And I ask you what you're working with, if you already have products. I don't want to overwhelm. I'm not just here to just like sell. And yes, it's a business.
It is a business, but
I try to work with what you have, because sometimes people have. I ask them, sometimes you have a bathroom counter filled with products, but they might not know how to use it. So I even teach them how to use the products that they have.
Excellent.
Perfect.
And honesty in business is definitely what takes you a long way.
Yes. Hello Body Belize. Wonderful. Instagram, Facebook, check her out. Kendra at WhatsApp, Kendra at hellobody@gmail.com if you have questions for a consultation, guys. I use the product, so I know. but what worked for me,
every day.
what worked for me might not work for John, and that is why it's, as she says, it's important that you consult before buying and purchasing. Kendra, thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you.
You're gonna smell good.
We're gonna work this smell nice. Yeah.
It was a great time. Small Business Friday. This was definitely one to reckon with. And it's all about Hello Body. Get into it. Check them out on their social media platform and see what works for you. All right. We're going to take our final break in the morning. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
We believe that the will of the people shall form the basis of government in a democratic society.
The first Constitution of Belize was handed to then Premier Right Honorable George Price on the occasion of the nation's birth in 1981.
It is my very great privilege to hand to you these constitutional instruments, the symbol of your independence.
Since then, governments have come and gone, with changes made to the Constitution in 2000 and in 2008.
Today, in 2022, we ask ourselves, have we done enough to eliminate economic and social disparity? To promote gender equality? Are our laws relevant and fair? Is justice accessible by all without fear or favor? Are we fairly represented at all levels?
Are our rights being protected? Are our beliefs and differences respected? Our cultural values and diversity celebrated? Are we free to live and love, to learn and grow?
Let your voices be heard. The People's Constitution Commission is made up of organizations and entities from every sector in Belize. It is comprehensive and inclusive because any and all changes to the Constitution of Belize must be comprehensive and inclusive.
We believe that the will of the people shall form the basis of government in a democratic society. The Commission will be holding consultations countrywide. Come out and join the discussion. Let your voices be heard.
Our government, our Constitution. Let's Belizeanize it. The time is now.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
Social Security, transforming service delivery. My Social Security is your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. My Social Security launched in March 2021 with registration service to apply online for new or replacement Social Security cards. Upgrades to My Social Security continues with a new look, enhanced customer experience, and its newest feature, Sickness Benefit Online application. With My Social Security, you can create your account, log in, and take control of your Social Security information. This includes applying for a new or replacement Social Security card for yourself, child, or dependent. Make appointments online and submit your complete sickness benefit claim package. Our customer care team is here to provide you, our valued customers, with real-time support. Connect with one of our customer care agents through direct messages on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or live chat, or follow our YouTube channel for more information, tutorials, and guides. A complete 360 view of your Social Security information is coming soon, which includes a new employer portal for employers, businesses, and self-employed persons, contributions history and statements, all SSB benefits, medical portal for registered doctors, and fingerprint enrollment all in one place. Social Security at your fingertips. The significant enhancement of service delivery to you is here. My Social Security.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities.
In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
And welcome back. We're back.
Yes,
Just
yes.
like that, we've come to the end of the
our
show. We had some wonderful segments for you.
Yes.
But that's what we do. It's called a Fun Friday.
It is a fun Friday, but of course we want to thank all of our guests for dropping by and hanging out with us. A big shout out to Dwayne Moody that had, all the way from Egypt, just giving us that update on COP27. And, thank you to Grace for with breakfast and we lunch with the luncheon meat.
Ready. We got fajitas ready.
And of course, we want to thank the Belize Dark Arts Academy for stopping by.
Yeah, for able to throw me down. Yeah, thank you so very much.
They are having a seminar this Saturday for women that want to learn to do self-defense. So you want to catch them on their socials to see how you can get involved in that. And of course, thank you so much to Hello Body, Belize, and Kendra Griffith for stopping by and just sharing these beautiful products that are made for Belize, by Belize.
By Belize, indeed.
Everybody.
And the best thing about it, they're all organic. Yes. These things, they help you. And if what does not work for you but work for somebody else, you could always get to her. And then you do a consultation and she'll try to get you fixed up.
Perfect.
That is the reason why we say hello, body.
Woo! Right? Check it out. Look at that.
Anyway,
look at that. Look at that.
We've got to go. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. I'd like to say happy birthday to Asia Ramklam. Asia Ramklam, all the best to you. From all your uncles, your dad, Joel Ramklam, wishing you all the very best and do enjoy. And it was yesterday, so that's belated birthday greeting to her.
Birthday. You know, whenever you have a birthday, you just have to tell Vianney, right? I just to say easy. It's
if
easy.
If you have got a birthday shout out, you can always drop us a line at oye@channel5belize.com.
And of course, you can catch our live stream on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ and on Instagram our highlights at OYE Belize.
All right, you could always join us again on Monday when you open your eyes.
And you start your morning, right?
And as per usual, keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts open.
We're going to see you soon. It's a great day to be great. Make sure that you enjoy your weekend and continue to share that much needed love. All right? Enjoy.
Bye, Belize.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country.